Welcome to my channel. I'm Ernesto Batista and I'm gonna talk about the new upcoming UFC Freedom card that's gonna take place on Sunday. And we're gonna go through all these fights and see which one stands out and what will most likely happen. It's gonna be Diego Lopez against Steve Garcia. This one is gonna be a clear thing for Diego because he's has superior grappling and striking. I think he's gonna win this fight easily, probably also in the first round. We're gonna see about this. The second fight, Bo Nickel against Kyle Daku. I think this fight is gonna be Bo Nickel's fight. Obviously, he's better in the wrestling department, the striking, well, not so much, but he has power in his hands and he commits to the shots he takes. So I think he's gonna get Kyle Dakus out of there. Probably in the second round. And then we're gonna go to the next one, which is Maurice Rufio against Michael Chandler. Chandler has a habit of losing fights lately, so I cannot put my faith on him pulling this one off. I think he's gonna get cracked in the chin, either by a kick or by a straight hand, who knows. But I don't think he's gonna win this fight, and I think Mauricio Rufo is gonna look good while doing it. Going up to the heavyweights, we have Josh Hockett against Derek Lewis. Now, Josh Hockett is obviously a fan favorite for the fight he had last time against Curtis Blades, which was a banger. I mean, you can rewatch this fight anytime and you're gonna love it. Derek Lewis, on the other hand, he has been losing fights lately. I mean, of course, he wins one here and there, but he hasn't been consistent, and sometimes when he gets beat in a fight against the Dominican guy last time, he looked like he didn't want to be there. So I think Josh Hockett is gonna put big pressure on him, and he's gonna find a way out of the fight, like most of the times he does. I mean, watch also the fight against Cyril Gane or Pavlovich. He wasn't getting his way in these fights, and then he kind of gets frustrated and he starts looking for a way out. Isn't that weird, guys? I mean, I've seen this many times in his fights, and he seems to always find a way to get out of the fight. It's like he doesn't want it anymore, it's too much for him, and he basically quits on himself unless he can find one good shot, which can always happen with Derek Lewis. I mean, he has a lot of power in his hands. We have a few examples of that, fights that wasn't really going his way until he landed one, which was Curtis Blades and Alexander Volkov, which happened almost 10 years ago. But what I want to say with this is, even though he's older now, he still has the power in his hands, and if the opponents aren't careful enough, he's gonna land a punch on them and then it's gonna knock him out. But I don't think that's gonna happen with Josh Hockett. Josh Hockett is too fast on his feet, plus he has wrestling on his side. So I think he's gonna take this fight easily. Next, we go to Sean O'Malley against Ayman Sahabi. I think Ayman is gonna lose this fight because the reach advantage is not really there. Sean is too clean of a striker. He's a good counter puncher. He has a better range sense than him. So I think he's going to pick him apart from the far and then probably take him out in the second round. I don't really think Ayman Sahabi has the wrestling or anything striking related good enough that he can take out Sean O'Malley or win by a decision. This one is gonna go as far as the second round probably. Maybe he makes it out of this fight, yeah, because he's tough and durable. But the guy is also 38 years old, so I think time is catching up with him. He has been on a good win streak lately, but in those win streak he had, there were some fights where he got dropped multiple times, and it looked really bad actually. The fact that he got the decision was questionable at best. I don't think he's gonna go further in his run, basically. And then we go to Alex Pereira versus Cyril Gane. I mean, this one is gonna be really fun to watch. I'm really curious to see what happens. But basically, I'm 50-50 on this one because those are really great Muay Thai strikers. And whenever they get going, it's hard to stop their flow. So what I see is with Cyril Gane is he's too quick. He has already really great footwork, and he can come in and out really quick. Unfortunately though, I think Pereira has this type of calculated striking where he measures distance really well, and he can crack Gane coming in with an overhand left or a hook. So basically, it's likely that Alex Pereira knocks him out, or it's also likely that Cyril Gane takes him to a decision win. But if I had to lean more on which is going to happen, I would probably still pick Gane, because Gane has this footwork that's amazing. He's quick with his hands, gets in and out. I think he has the physicality also to maybe take one or two punches that aren't too strong and get away with it. Maybe he gets dropped and stands up. Maybe he goes to wrestling or jiu-jitsu, whatever. But I don't think Pereira can pull this off. I think Gane will win by decision. It's going to be a hard fight to judge, I know, but I think that Gane is going to pull it off because he is that good on his feet. When he fought against Francis Ngannou, he made Francis Ngannou shoot for takedowns. Or when he did lose the fight against Jones, it was by submissions. So on the feet, I don't see anyone really getting to him. He's younger than Alex Pereira, so that maybe play a factor on how long the fight goes. It's gonna play on Cyril Gane's side. And next one, we're gonna see Ilia Topuria against Justin Gaethje. This fight is probably gonna be really, really short, unless Justin Gaethje has made a great game plan for Ilia Topuria, which is going to be leg kicks, which Justin Gaethje is actually really good at. I don't know why he didn't use it too often in his fights lately. I mean, once in a while he uses them, but not to the effect that he used to when he was coming up and fighting the guys in the other organizations. I mean, I saw all his fights and he has amazing leg kicks. He can chop your legs off. So I'm curious to see if he's gonna really stick to this game plan. Of course, I think so, because Trevor Whitman is his coach, and Trevor Whitman is actually not that bad when it comes to game plan crafting. So it's curious to see what Justin is gonna do with it. I hope he uses his leg kicks, because if he does and he keeps his distance to Ilia Topuria, does this for the first 3 rounds, and then later on he starts throwing high kicks, which is actually Ilia's kryptonite, to be honest, because he's not that tall for the lightweight division. So whenever Justin Gaethje can land a kick up there, it can be trouble for Ilia. Plus, if he really chopped those legs up before, he's gonna be less mobile, less power in his punches. If Justin could really stick to this game plan. But unfortunately, Justin Gaethje is a little bit of a wild card. He likes to duck his head very often when he's punching. He likes to be out of place with some shots. I mean, we saw this very prominently last time in his fight against Paddy Pimblett, where he was basically, all over the place with his head movement. Even Paddy could get him a few times with some knees. I know Ilia Topuria doesn't throw knees very much, but he can catch him with a really great uppercut, and it's gonna be night for him. That's actually my opinion. But if I really had to bet my money on this fight, Ilia is too clean of a striker. He is too good at it. I think he can catch him probably early, and the fight is gonna be over with. It would be amazing though to see Justin Gaethje pull this off, just because of the storyline, of everything that Ilia has said. I mean, he's cocky, but he's really good. You can take this one away from him. He's really that good. But it will be amazing for the storyline. It will be a lot of fun if Justin Gaethje could win. But it's really hard to see him pulling that one off, especially since he's a wrecking ball. Basically, He really can stick to a great game plan from start to finish. It's gonna be really interesting to see how this fight is gonna turn out. I'm gonna be really curious to see how my predictions came out in the end. I found it interesting that they banned Sean Strickland and also Josh Hockett from the press conference. I mean, obviously Strickland wasn't going to fight there, but he was going to be in attendance. Then I heard also that Josh Hockett is not going to be in the press conference of the White House event, which is a shame. I mean, come on. It's freedom of speech, isn't it? This is what they say. So freedom of speech and not letting people, sell a fight, that's really a bad look for them. Since Paramount has got inside, it really hasn't benefited the UFC that much, to be honest with you. I think they could have pulled it off without Paramount in the end, but apparently there was a lot of money to be made there. Anyways, guys, that was my prediction video of the UFC Freedom 250 card coming this Sunday. I'm curious to see what you guys think about the fights, my predictions. What do you think will happen? Leave a comment down below, like the video. I'm starting this channel, so give me some love and see you guys on the next one.